All right, this is Trey Morgan, and I got a video for you. This one is called 5 Ugly Lessons That I've Learned from Doing Cold Approach Pickup. If you don't know what cold approach pickup is, I just want to break it down for you real quickly. It's the idea that you see a beautiful girl, okay? This might be on the street, this might be at the mall, this might be at a bookstore, might even be at the gas station. You see her, and you're like, man, she looks good, man. But despite the fact that she doesn't know you, you don't know her, you're both strangers, you still walk up to her and approach her and try to pick her up. Now that is what we call cold approach pickup, okay? So I've been doing that for a while, a couple years now. And throughout that time, I've learned some lessons, okay? And these are 5 lessons that I learned that they don't sound good. They're not fluffy. They're not, Skittles and rainbows, but it's the truth, the ugly truth. All right. So let me break them down for you. The first one is being normal has zero value. We all, a lot of us, we try to fit in. We don't want to draw too much attention to ourselves. So what do? We hide parts of our personality that might be weird, might be awkward, might be obnoxious, I don't know, annoying. Instead of being unique, embracing it, and putting it out there. So what is this? What am I saying here? Okay, you see a beautiful woman and she has options. Trust me. If you don't know this, especially with social media, there's a long line. If she's beautiful, best believe there's a long line of guys that want her. They want to hit that, or some of them want her to be their girlfriend, whatever. And so if knowing this, I hope you could see why going up to her and being normal, being average, being regular would not work, because she already has a line, a line of men that are regular average men that want her. So if you come up and you come with that same average regular stuff, let me be nice to her, let me walk on eggshells, let me make sure I don't ruffle her feathers, and that's not attractive. She has that's in abundance. There's a lot of guys that are doing that, so what makes you think that's gonna work? So instead of being normal, instead of being zero value, how about we go up to her and we be polarizing, we be unapologetic, we be that powerful version of ourselves, that attractive version of ourselves that we are when we are comfortable. And that's another topic for another day, but comfort plays a big part in having a powerful interaction and pickup, because when you're not comfortable, you do weird stuff, right? So when guys start acting nice and doing all this stuff to like please the girl and compromising because they're not comfortable, they're not in an abundant state. They really want the girl, right? So they're nervous and they're desperate or whatever. So instead of that energy, that energy doesn't work. If you look at, if you have the opportunity to see guys who are overachieving with women, they usually have some type of value, something that they bring to the table that is different from most guys, right? So you have to bring that, okay? If if you weren't blessed with looks, then you got to have something else. Maybe your communication skills, maybe your humor, maybe your vibe, maybe your spontaneous energy, whatever it is, whatever that thing is that people love about you, that that you bring to when you're around your friends and your family, people you're comfortable with. Show that to the girl, let her see, look, I'm a cool guy, right? And let her decide if she wants to rock with you or not. Okay. Number 2, you can't depend on your feelings to indicate the right thing to do. Okay. So a lot of guys, they got to be in the mood. They got to drink a couple beers. They got to smoke or whatever. They got to do stuff to get them in the mood to just approach a girl. But look, you shouldn't be listening to you. I'm just going to be real with you, because I've been doing this for a minute. You shouldn't be listening to your feelings to indicate the right thing to do. This applies with picking up beautiful women. This applies with life. This applies with business. your feelings shouldn't dictate your decisions. You shouldn't be making emotional and decisions based on feelings. It should be based on intelligence. What is the right thing to do? What is an intelligent thing to do? What makes sense logically? Okay, because if we're talking about picking up a beautiful woman, when you see a beautiful woman, what happens? You get approach anxiety. Okay, you start getting anxious. You start getting these emotions, negative emotions. Oh man, I don't know if I should approach. Oh, I might get rejected. Oh no, somebody's looking at me. They might think I'm stupid, right? Those emotions, those feelings, guess what? They're irrelevant, because if you do not approach, you're missing the first step. You have to approach if you even want a chance. That's like, okay, we're playing basketball. If you don't shoot the basketball, you have no chance of making that shot. Zero chance. So same thing with approaching. So the emotions and feelings that you're getting, they have no value in that situation, because look, the girl's not going to shoot you. If you walk up to her, she's not going to shoot you, right? That's very, very unlikely. She's not going to punch you in your face. She's not going to kick you. She's not going to spit on you. Unless you say some crazy stuff. That's a different topic. But point being, typically, you go up to her and you talk to her. She's either going to talk to you, or she's going to say, no, thank you, not interested. Okay, cool. If you can't deal with that, that's a problem, right? If you're not man enough to be able to accept the fact that she can say yes or no, then you need to work on yourself. Because that's a part of life. That's not just about cold approach pickup, right? So feelings, you shouldn't be using that to dictate or to indicate if you should approach, or take action. It's not logical, right? It's based on protecting you, fear and anxiety. That's based on protecting you and keeping you comfortable, right? But that's not what's gonna get the girl, right? She's looking for a guy that's like a man that's gonna step up, right? And step up and follow through, right? So it's one thing to step up. Then when you step up, you gotta follow through. You gotta be a man throughout the whole interaction, right? So if your feelings are telling you, oh, I'm scared or whatever, you still gotta take risk. You still gotta be you. You still gotta be bold. You still gotta step your game up, whatever. Feelings, you gotta learn how to feel something and still move in the opposite direction. Okay. And that's something you have to develop. That's a skill, or you could call it a muscle. But look, you're not always going to be in the mood, and you are going to see beautiful women when you're not in the mood. So what do you do? Okay. You're just not going to never approach when you're not in the mood. You're going to miss out on a lot of opportunities. So just like understand that your emotions and feelings aren't always going to be on your side. They're basically your enemy, because they're telling you to do the opposite of what you should be doing. Okay. So just understand that, use intelligence, as opposed to feelings to determine, what you should be doing when it comes to cold approach pickup. Unless those feelings, emotions are on your side. So if you are in a good mood and it's like, okay, yeah, I want to go up to her. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Good. But if it's not, if it's telling you to do the opposite, those are the times when you got to be like, wait, but that's not intelligent. That's not smart. If I don't approach her, I have no chance. So therefore, don't listen to feelings in those situations. All right. Number 3, life is not fair. So you need to have game. There are guys for whatever reason, they're just like overachieving when it comes to women. Okay. Might be luck. Maybe they have good genes, whatever, good looking. I don't know. They were raised in a situation that helped them develop great, attractive attributes, whatever. Fact of the matter is, life is not fair. Some guys, they naturally have game. Some of them don't. So the guys who don't have game, they can't just sit back and say, okay, life is not fair, so that's it, right? You need to actually go and develop game, because this is something that anyone can develop. Anyone. So there's no excuse. If there was no such thing as the ability to develop game, then life would just be unfair and it would just suck. And that would be it. Period. End of story. But the great thing is that's not how it is. Yeah, life is not fair, but we do have the opportunity to do something about it, which is develop game. Develop your social skills, develop your style, develop your personality, okay. And look, to be honest with you, the way you are right now, you're good, right? But sometimes in some situations, you may have attractive qualities that you're holding back for whatever reason, right? And that's limiting your game, you know? So you may be a cool guy, but you may be holding it back because of your fears and stuff like that. The beautiful thing about cold approach pickup is that it exposes your weaknesses. So you get to see, okay, this is what I need to work on. This is why I'm not getting women. But you have to actually put yourself out there to see these weaknesses. But look, the reality is life is not fair. You have to do something about it. You know, if you don't do anything about it, then life's just not going to be fair. You're just going to have to live a life that just sucks. Okay. But there is an alternative. You can develop game. If you develop game, you can have the women that you want. You can have beautiful women in your life. You develop your game. You prove your value. You get more resources. You know, you develop your social skills and social freedom, and you know, become more of an attractive man, and you'll get what you want, right? But if you just sit back and just say, oh, life is not fair, and not do anything about it, then, you know, good luck. All right. So number 4, a good broker makes 700 calls a day. So I saw this, I was watching The Boiler Room. It's a movie about a guy who becomes a stockbroker, and basically one of the guys who was training him says, you know, the good brokers, they make 700 calls a day. So the guys who were getting the best results, they were basically making the most calls. So yeah, they had skill too. So they were closing these calls, but they were making a lot of calls. So I'm not saying you have to approach 700 women a day. I'm definitely not saying that. But what I am saying is you can't be approaching one woman a year and expect, you know, to get amazing results, right? Or approach one woman every month, you know, or even one woman every week. I hope you can approach more than that. You know what I'm saying? At least one a day. Let's go for that. Let's go for one a day, 30 a month, you know, because it's a numbers game. But, you know, if you have game, if you develop your skills, you develop your game, you can get, you know, the odds in your favor. Okay. And you can develop, you know, more sensitivity and know who to approach. You can actually develop the ability to know which girls are going to be more receptive to you approaching and stuff like that. But that comes from practice, and that comes from understanding. So it's a numbers game. So just understand, look, if you're not really approaching that many girls, you can't really expect to get any great results in general. And last but not least is the universe does not care about you, but it does care about math and science. So if you want results, you have to learn to use math and science to get what you want. 2 + 2 = 4. Whether you're happy, whether you're sad, whether you're bored, whether you're mad, 2 + 2 = 4. So if you add 2 and 2, you will get 4. The great thing about pickup, cold approach pickup, and game is that if you understand the numbers and the science of it, you can get results fast. Okay, you don't have to wait. What gets in the way is emotions and feelings, right? Because emotions and feelings will basically disrupt your ability to focus on the math and the science, right? It basically prevents you from doing what you got to do. You know, if you know you approach 10 girls and you probably out of the 10 you'll get 3. But if your emotions come in the way, you don't feel like approaching, then at the end of the day, you may end up only approaching 2 girls, right? And the 2 of them said no. Now you're mad, right? But it's not, you didn't respect math and science, right? You got to know your numbers, and you can only know your numbers by going out and taking action. And you got to understand the science of, understand women, learn about women, learn about what they like and what they don't like. Talk to them, make some friends, forget about picking them up, make some friends and learn about women, you know what I'm saying? So you can just be better at picking up women. All right. So those are the 5 lessons. Okay. Could have went into more detail, but I didn't want this video to be too long. If you need some help, any advice, you can hit me up. But I hope you got value from this video. All right. I'll let you later. Peace.